Hi, Patriots colony. It's time for Tai Chi Chuan and Qigong. My name is Stan Rockwell. Let's start off with getting your posture balance and breathing. We're going to do some review today and add some things on. But first, to get your posture, your balance, and your breathing, so you have your feet about shoulder width apart, as parallel as you can get them. Just feeling that connection between the bottoms of your feet and the floor or the earth. And just sink down into it so you're equally balanced left and right in the front and the back. You can just rock around a little bit and visualize yourself like the flakes in a snow globe coming down, and they're going to be perfectly level across the bottom so that you're nice and level with the floor, perpendicular to it. Then you attach yourself to the heavens once you're grounded to the earth, using the crown of your head to pull you upwards, stretch you upwards, make you taller. Stack your vertebrae on top of each other. Tops of your hips parallel to the floor, tailbone drops a little bit, hips move back a little bit, stomach and lower back become flat. Tops of your shoulders are parallel to the floor, shoulders relax down a center line. Imaginary line across your eyes and ears is parallel to the floor. And the back of your head rises up, your chin tucks in a little bit, and your head may move back a little bit so that when you drop a line, think of it like a pendulum, and you're dropping it from the crown of your head down through the center of your throat, through the perineum, and aim for the bottom of that pendulum to hit the floor, right in the middle of your foundation, that rectangle that's enclosed by that invisible line around the outsides of our feet, so that we're nice and centered over it. You're not leaning in any direction, and you're in harmony with gravity. So then focus on your breathing. Just inhale through your nose, down to your diaphragm. Touch the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth behind your front teeth. And as you inhale, you feel an expansion all around about hip level. And on the exhale, you pull the pelvic floor up to move as much air out as you can. But remember that 70% rule. You don't have to inhale as deeply as you can. And you only move like range of motion about 70% of whatever your range of motion is. You ease into this. You flow into this. You don't push it. You don't hurt yourself. You stay healthy. So just breathe, making the exhale last a second or two or three longer than the inhale. Just relax. Just let your arms float up with your palms facing about shoulder high. Turn your hands, press in. As you do, you press your head back. Feel some stretch in your neck. Turn your hands, press out. Feel those arms extend out. As your hands come back down, your chin tucks a little bit. It's an inhale on the way up. And an exhale. And an inhale. And an exhale. One more. Come back to center. Let your arms float up with your palms facing. One hand drops down, the other hand folds over so it lines up with your forehead, and keeping those 2 points, outgoing point, upper down chin, connected. You turn 70% of your range of motion, just moving your arm and your head to that side. Come back to the center as you inhale, you exhale, and turn your head and arm to the other side. So it's an inhale, exhale. Then forward shoulder rolls if you need to rotate your arms and just rotate your elbows. You have your palms so they're facing behind you. That keeps it easy on your rotator cuffs, otherwise just roll the shoulders forwards. And then reverse. Inhale up and exhale down. Hold your hands like you're holding a ball. Lower hand rotates, that pushes up, upper hand pushes down. It's an inhale to the center and an exhale out. And then the second for your back is rotating just from the hips up. So I've got this hand on top. I'll rotate till the hands line up with the hip on that side. Turn around. Back to the other side. Hands go out to one side. Shift all your weight into that foot. Now that foot's your foundation. You just reach out and touch. It doesn't have to be very far. You just want to feel some movement right about hip level. It's an exhale and an inhale. Hands come down, weight goes into one foot. Hands go back just a little bit to counterbalance. As one foot goes forward, either one, it doesn't matter. But keep yourself perpendicular over the foot that's holding all your weight. And your leg is swinging like a pendulum, your arms like a counterweight. And your body, the clock, is just staying nice and still. Other side. Come back to the center. Toes pointed towards the corners. Little space between your heels, fists at your hips. Shift your weight into one foot. Other foot reaches out, forefoot touches, arm punches out to counterbalance and back. It's an exhale and an inhale. Going to help, Leo? And then, so weight shift, you step up and punch. And back. The last couple of videos we recorded had problems and didn't upload them, so I'm trying to remember where we stopped last time, but Leo was mooning the camera a fair amount during those, so it's just as well. We didn't use those, I guess. Shift your weight over into the heel and toe to loosen up your ankle. Same thing other side. And then lateral motion of the ankle. Same thing other side. Just shake everything out a little bit. Come back to the center. I'm going to do a little bit of walking, but first let's do the swing. And then the drum. Base of the rib cage. Inguinal crease or the quad right inside the hip. And then lower dantian. Back to the swing. And just come to center, shift your weight from one side to the other as you pour from one side to the other. Remember that visualization is warm, salty water going from one side to the other. Shift all your weight over and let one foot just float up. Same thing on the other side. Shift your weight over, knee floats up. If you need to keep your forefoot on the floor, that's okay. Same thing other side. Heel comes up. Same thing other side. And then just bring your leg up, drop your hand on it to do a little bit more balance, and we do the same thing on the other side. And then shift your weight into one foot. Other foot releases, goes straight up, comes down just like you're walking on railroad tracks. You're going to reverse and go back. It's about as far as I can go. So we'll do the young style walking. Shift your weight into one leg, let the other foot come out to 45 degrees, shift your weight into that foot. Bring the other foot over for a T-step, then it goes up, whatever length step you're comfortable with, and shift your weight into it. So you're in a bow and arrow stance or an archer stance. Come back, just that front foot, T-step, and step. And again, it's like you're walking on railroad tracks. Remember, knees are lined up with the toes. Knee in the front is behind the toes. Actually, knee is behind the toes at both feet. And shift your weight back. If you want to walk straight back, turn around. That's okay. We're going to do this in a moment with Repulse the Monkey. So we've been working on what was initially a 9 form, and then we've kind of more or less do 24 form, probably going forward and back, because trying to do it sideways, there's not a whole lot of room. If we could get outside again, we'll try it out there. But pollen or something's got my throat a little hoarse, but I'm okay. So we've been doing it straight ahead, and I think we had more or less gotten up to cross hands. And a couple of years ago at the Asian Festival at the Pottery Factory, there was a visiting group that was going to do 24 form, and that's about halfway through, and that's where they stopped, because once you get to that, you start doing stuff like kicking with the heel, boxing the ears, kicking with another heel on the other side, doing the snake creeps down, and then a golden rooster stands, and you do the same thing on the other side. So like most Tai Chi forms, it starts off relatively easy, gets a little more complicated and a little more challenging as you go along. So stay in whatever feels comfortable for you and adapt it to whatever feels best. When we get to the kick, you don't have to bring your foot up very high. You just reach out and touch your heel, and that's okay. Length of the steps up to you. Even the balance stuff, if you're practicing those on your own, you can do them in whatever order you want. Just make sure you stay in your comfort zone and where you feel like you can smile and you're challenged, but at the same time relaxed. You don't want it too easy. You don't want to do it make it too hard. Too easy, we typically don't do. Too hard, we quit. You want to have that nice kind of mid-level challenge. So get yourself nice and balanced, and remember, don't worry about left and right because nobody's judging. You get the same benefits either way. Shift your weight, step out, opening, and depart the wild horse's mane. White crane spreads wings. Brush knee push. Hand strum salute. You get to see my doorbell in action. Leo when a delivery comes. Repulse monkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes he does like Annie, just sleeps right through it. You're not asleep and you didn't alert. Okay. Then we go into grasp the bird's tail. Ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. Come back to the center. Do ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. Come back. Kind of shift off to the side and adjust the foot on that side, and you make the hook hand. You come around, single whip, come back, wave hands, and we're just going to stand in place to do it. And go into another single whip. High pat on horse is when you release that back hand. Brings the foot up half a step. Shift your weight back, hand in front goes palm up, heel in front comes up. As you pull in with the arm and press out with the other arm, foot goes out a little bit till at the end you have your arms in a circle. One hand, that's my left hand, is palm up, right hand's palm down, and you turn off to the side of the palm out. As you come back, the palm towards you comes in, and the other hand comes across. And you have cross hands. So we'll get a little closer in basically in a archer stance. So it's a single whip, come back, wave hands, push around, and you adjust this foot as you do, make the hook hand. Shift your weight over, hand comes over, comes back, press out. Relax this hand in the back, bring it up near your ear. Shift your weight into that front foot, back foot comes up half a step, front foot goes palm up. Shift your weight back so heel of the foot in front comes up. And you turn at the waist. Remember, you direct the energy with your waist as you pull that front hand in and press down like you're pushing someone's hand off your wrist as you do. That foot that's toed in comes out a little bit. Till your fingers are near each other, and the hand that's been extended is palm up, the other hand pressing down is palm down or palm out. So you have a circle in front. You come around to the side of the palm out, then you fold in the hand with the palm towards you, and then you fold in the other arm so you have cross hands. Your palms go down as they do, heel goes down on the front, your toe comes up, you shift your weight up. What the visiting demonstration folks did was they ended it like that. And if that's how far you want to go, that's okay. Because after this, it's a little more challenging. Let's do it all the way through up to there one more time, especially since I don't have to worry about stepping on anybody. Oh, well, maybe I do. I didn't know you'd come back out. Okay. Get yourself nice and relaxed and ready. And begin. Part the wild horse's mane. Remember, if you have to stop and back up, that's okay. And I was learning this up in my bedroom. I had to do that quite frequently. White crane spreads wings. So it's all about adapting. Brush, knee, push. Rigidity really doesn't have a place in Tai Chi. Although some folks do, but then they kind of lose the point of the whole thing. Play the lute. Repulse the monkey. Grasp the bird's tail. Ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. And we just get ourselves situated again. And then we get ready to do grasp the bird's tail on the other side. Ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. Come back. And shift your weight to the side where you're doing ward off. Hook hand, shift your weight over. This hand is in front of this acupressure point, then it comes over in front of this acupressure point. Step up, root that front foot, turn that hand out, and shift your weight up. And just come back and transition into wave hands like clouds. That's a transition, and you begin 1, 2, 3, and then we do the same thing for another single whip. High pat on horse. And then you get ready to move into the next movement, which is kick with the right heel, or whichever side you're facing. When you're kicking, the leg you're going to kick with, that arm's always going to be on the outside. So if I'm going to kick with this leg, I fold over like that. So that if I'm doing this the regular way, it's come up with a knee kick with a toe down. Hands go out. This hand counterbalances. It kind of protects my head. This hand keeps somebody from knocking this foot down. But you can adjust it. You come up. There's the knee kick. There's the heel kick. Just keep your heel on the floor. Do whatever works for you. So once you get through all this transition, it's pretty straightforward. It's just shift your weight into one foot, the non-kicking foot, knee kick, heel kick. Then bring the foot back in, and hands are palm up. And this is boxing the opponent's ears. It's really a strike to the temple. So I'll do it the regular way first. Up, kick, hands by your thigh. Hands come back, fingers face towards your waist, which is the girdle vessel for energy. Foot comes down, you kind of curl the hands in, silk reel the wrists, and then come around. I'll get a little closer. There's the kick. Comes here, here, here. So it's level about with where your temples are, and that's the knuckles coming in. I pat on horse. Crossing the hands. Kick with the heel. Boxing the ears. And the next movement is also kick, and we'll do that next time, but let's do it all the way through up to there. Nice and balanced and ready. And begin. Part the wild horse's mane. See, he comes kind of palm out and moves that foot out to the side to adjust it. Part the wild horse's mane. And one more. White crane spreads wings. Brush knee push 3 times. Play the lute or the peepaw. Pulse the monkey 4 times. Grasp the bird's tail. Ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. Just get centered again so it can do grasp the bird's tail on the other side. Ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. Come back. Single whip. Wave hands like clouds. Transition. There's 1, 2, 3. Single whip. High pat on horse. Kick with the heel. Box opponent's ears. And just come back to center. We'll pick up there next time. Just come up on your toes. Inhale, tense things up. Exhale, let everything relax. Inhale and exhale. One more. And then just loosen up your legs a little bit. You don't hit very hard, and you don't have to bring your foot off the floor. Just lift up your heel if you can. Back to the center. Inhale up and exhale down. Balance everything out. Thank you for joining me. Stay safe, healthy, and well. I'll see you next time when we'll kick with the other heel and try a movement that was my teacher's least favorite movement. It has at least 3 possible names that I know of. Snake creeps down. Snake creeps through the grass. Low single whip. And in 24 form, it's connected is all one movement. The snake creeps down into golden rooster, stands on one leg. So it's a little bit more balance and a little bit more of a challenge, and again, we'll adapt it. So take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.